Greetings, welcome back to another video. Tonight we're dealing with what's the map called again? I forgot the name. Oh yeah, Enchanted Glade. So Enchanted Glade is our second advanced map here. So let's dive into it. Gonna change the hero to ensure that we have the right one. Should be Skeletor. There we go. Hard and then Chimps. There we go. So I quite like the Enchanted Glade. I think it is one of the best maps in the game. I just think it's a very well made advanced map that looks great, and it is just a perfect designed map for its difficulty. It is a fair advanced map with no nonsense going for it. It is just a tough map, but advanced, not crazily difficult, but certainly harder than normal intermediate maps, so very fitting for the advanced category. Let's just discuss a little bit what the map is about. So you have Bloons alternating between two paths. So the first one, they start from the top right and then they go around and then into the tree, and then the other path starts from the bottom left. They go here and then they loop around, just like the same path, but mirrored in a way, but yeah, pretty much the same length in two different paths. This means that we need to place stuff here, because we're gonna be able to like, it is mostly about this part, this section here, right, in the middle. That's where the balloons will be most of the time, so naturally that's where we need to focus our forces. Because having stuff around here or whatever wouldn't make any sense, because then you're unable to pop stuff down here. But yeah, I think that's about it. I mean, there is some space in here, there's some space in here too, and you could definitely use it for some strategies. I can see it being viable to, like, maybe place a spike factory like down here, and you would have it here, meaning that you would target both lanes. But I found a strategy that I think is very simple and fairly logical too, and that is the classic Avatar of Wrath strategy. So we just place down a bunch of druids and then let them go to town, pretty much. That's why we utilize Oben. The druids are significantly stronger with him as the hero. Without him, they would have been nowhere near as powerful. Like, he gives them camo, he gives them various buffs and stuff like that. But enough chit chat. I think it's time to just get started. We place down a druid, and it is technically possible to beat the map on round 6 without the dart monkey. I was actually able to do it first try, but never able to do it afterwards. I made like several videos and I just died every time, and then it was extremely inconsistent. I just think it's RNG based, honestly. So it is just better to have the dart monkey with you, so you can not leak. So that's what I think, and that's what I decided to go for. It's not the end of the world that we don't have, like, pixel perfect, a pixel perfect start, or like an amazing start where we can just start with the druid immediately. That we gotta spend $200 on the druid itself. It's not a big deal. Really, it doesn't matter. Next up, we're gonna be placing is the ninja. The reason why we place it is because we need the ninja regardless for the camos that come on round, well, first round 24, but mostly on round 33 and 36 and 37. That's when the ninja is pivotal, so we are gonna be needing the ninja for those rounds. I mean, we could use the Brambles for round 24, and technically probably round 33 as well, but the problem with the Brambles is that it is just RNG whether or not you get the right placement or not. That is the problem behind it. So we pretty much need to, gotta get open here, we pretty much need to make sure that we have adequate camo popping. So getting a 202 ninja is just way better and way safer, and it's not that expensive. It's like $2,000 roughly, a little bit less, so it's not very expensive, which makes it kind of an obvious choice to go for. We're gonna start with the the first 2 upgrades on the druid. I kind of want to get the druid of the jungle before I do anything else, just because how strong it is early game. You could also choose to upgrade a ninja, it really doesn't matter, but yeah, I prefer to get the druid of the jungle first. But I've had runs where I've chosen the ninja first, and it is the same. These rounds here are not very difficult at all, actually, so it should be relatively smooth regardless. And remember, you can always place down the brambles if you feel like doing so. You have nothing to lose by placing the brambles down. I'm gonna try to avoid doing that as much as I can though, but the ability is there and it is a part of the hero, so naturally you should use it. But it's not needed. I'm gonna get 2 upgrades though for round 24 to get this green balloon. Not a problem, of course. And then we get Seek and Shirk and the Caltrops, and we're gonna be needing the Caltrops for round 36. Or it's probably fine without it, but the pinks combined with the greens, it is quite scary, and you're likely to accidentally leak. Maybe necessary for round 37, I'm not sure, but yeah, it's just better to get it, and it's not that expensive, as I said, to get that out of the way. And a fairly smooth early game so far. I mean, we are not having any issues, and we will not be having any issues for a while. But round 40 is kind of the first round where you could technically, like, lose, I would say. But it should be all good. Don't you worry. So we start by placing down the next druid, and we want to get the pop list for this druid here. You can see, by the way, how easy the ninja takes care of round 33. But we're gonna get a pop list druid with Heart of Thorns. I guess that is what it's called. Heart of Thunder is the lightning. It would be weird if it's called also Heart of Thorns. I guess it is Hard Thorns. Butchering these names here, but anyway, we get the pop list, and along with the pop list, I want to get a Heart of Thunder for the top druid. The lightning is actually quite decent, and I somehow leaked. I have no idea how that's possible. That has never happened ever. Okay. That's crazy. I'm just gonna place down the brambles then. I've never leaked on that round with this ninja. Maybe it is the placement not being the best, or just being extremely unlucky. That is crazy. Always some bullshit that happens. Wow. I'm speechless. That has never happened before. So here are the camo whites. That is not an issue with Caltrops. That has to be some sort of... No idea why that happened, but whatever. Let's continue with the druids. We want to place a few down because of the Moab that's coming, so let's place down one here, one there, maybe another one. Could go for Hard Thorns on all of them. Hard Thorns. Hard Thorns. Hard Thorns. There you go. And I'm gonna place down yet another one. Get that one to Hard Thorns too. And I'm gonna place down Brambles, just in case, so we can maybe even get a second Brambles for round 40. This should be good, but I'm gonna continue with the Druid of Wrath here, as much as I can. Get another one. This should be adequate defense for sure. Okay, yeah, this should be good. And we can place down another Brambles, as you can see. And this should be totally fine. Very easy there. And that's because we got this buff here, which buffs the other druids, so that's why you place down like a lot of them instead of grabbing another pop list. Because essentially what the pop list does is to give this boost, and that's about it. So you're better off just adding more druids instead of adding another pop list druid, if that makes any sense. But now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 2 more. So we're gonna get... should be the best placement, I guess. Here's fine. Okay, yeah, we needed only 1 more, actually. 3, 3, so that's 6. Perfect. Okay, so pop lust, And I think I'll save up for... Oh, I didn't get the Heart of Thunder, actually. I thought I got it, but I didn't get it. That's that's interesting, alright. Well, I mean, 40 was easy, so I guess it worked out well. But we're gonna get the Jungle's Bounty, because we need that for round 63. What the Jungle's Bounty does is that it just makes the vines a lot better, meaning that it's gonna be very strong against ceramics. Essentially a pretty strong Bloons upgrade, or for Bloon popping power. So it's gonna be pretty useful. And yeah, I would say let's just keep going, I guess. Start upgrading more of these. Get another Pop List, Heart of Thorns. And let's do the same thing with the remaining ones. So now we have 4 to Pop List, so we have a 4 buff on this guy and 3 on the others. Here's another one on Pop List. And let's get the last one. Now that we are getting more Moabs and such, it's going to be a little bit important to get all of them up to Pop List, so we get the biggest buff possible for all of the druids. We also have it open for round in level 8, so camos are no longer an issue, of course. And now it's going to be all about saving up for the... I'm going to grab the lightning here. But saving up for the Avatar of Wrath, which is a pretty expensive upgrade to get. But I think we get it. What matters is that we need to get it before round 80. That is essentially the crucial time frame for when we need to get it. So, in case we are lacking the money, we will go for a Spirit of the Forest. I do technically prefer to save up for the Avatar of Wrath if I have the chance, so that's what we will be doing too. Also, now that we have the Wall of Trees, we'll place it down. And this is something that you should be abusing. You should place it down as much as you possibly can, because it gives you... it just gives you free money, pretty much. Also gonna go for a Jungle Drums and an Alchemist while we save up for everything. I think it's best to just have these buffs to ensure that we are very well prepared for the 60s and 70s, because those are the hardest rounds in the run. Not because the rounds are hard, but you could actually lose if you're unlucky. I've had some runs where I've randomly lost, and I think it depends a little bit on the Wall of Trees, and sometimes you're just unlucky, pretty much. I guess it's a part of the way the druid itself works, is that it, yeah, these things here can, if there's more balloons, sort of, or if the druids keep attacking, they attack faster and stuff. So there are some weird buffs to these ones. And yeah, I've had some random things happen in my test runs, but so far so good. I mean, except for the thing on round 36, I have no idea what happened. Maybe I should have placed the Dark Monkey a little bit further up, and then the Ninja a bit further up, but I think it's fine. I think I did the right thing. I have no idea what happened, but I guess you could place down the Brambles just to make sure you defeat round 36 and don't die like I did. I mean, it shouldn't be. Like, I'm still shocked that I died there. It bothers me because I want to have these perfect videos where everything goes really well, but you know, things can happen, and that's what happened, right? We had an accident there, but it feels like the guide is not as good when that happens, and that bothers me, but it's fine. It's not a serious enough mistake, or I wouldn't even say it was a mistake, so it wasn't too big of a deal. But there's round 65, so what we will be doing here is to just renew the Wall of Trees. So let's place another one down, and that should easily take care of round 65. And from here, I think round 75 is the next threat. So we should be fine here in the late 60s and stuff. The thing is that Oben, he's leveling up, so he is buffing the druids kind of while we are waiting to have enough money for the Avatar of Wrath. Because once we get the Avatar of Wrath, it's kind of GG. It's very easy from there because how strong it is. So I think I'll make this guy the Avatar. That's what makes the most sense to me. But yeah, let's just place another wall of trees down, I guess. Essentially, we're just waiting. These rounds are not a problem. The jungle's bounty is very good against Bloons, so in most cases we're gonna be cruising here very simply, very easily. So the only threat are group BFBs, especially once we get to fortifieds, but we are not there yet. So as I said, round 75 is the big one. So Moabs are not a problem. Open keeps leveling up too, so he suddenly has like a pretty nice buff here. Level 14 now, and the next one here is huge too. 60% slowdown, which is very nice. That is this totem there. In case you're wondering what that does, that's what it does essentially. He occasionally places it down, and it slows stuff down, and stuff around it, like in the range of it, slows down. And I think he slows down Moabs eventually. So that is round 73. So the only round is 75 that can be tricky, and what I recommend doing there is I place down the wall of trees now on 74 to have the upgrade, or to have like another ready for 75. That is the idea, to get like a much lower cooldown, and then once we get to the fortifieds, we can instantly place down the wall of trees for 75, and that should very easily do it. So here we still have some time. Maybe I could have placed this a bit earlier, but it should be all good in the beginning here. So here we go, wall of trees. We can place down another wall of trees, and there we go. I'll place down the other one, and that should be very easy completed. 76 always looks a bit tricky, but as I said, the jungle's bounty is strong, but as well as like the druids are strong too, so not an issue for us to deal with. We're approaching round 78 now, but there is a lot of there is a lot of money. We're all good. I mean, that was a lot of Moabs in the end there, a lot more than what I remembered, but round 78 is no problem, and now we have the ability to afford the Spirit of the Forest, so if you feel like you're gonna lose, then you can use it. But the thing is that 78 is so easy, and we will be getting a lot of money, that we only need to watch out for 79, but that we should be good enough to save up for 9k or whatever we need. Yeah, we need 7k. And I think we do get quite a bit of money this round, so I'll place down another wall of trees, and then I think we get the Avatar of Wrath just in time before round 78, for round 80. And that is why you do not get the Heart of Thunder upgrades for these guys right now. You wait until you've gotten the big one, the tier 5. So you have the Avatar of Wrath for round 80. That is a bit close. It should be fine though. And we barely do not have enough. That is just amazing. And for the sake of science, I will see what happens. The village could be the difference there, I guess. But that village is worth it, I think. Let's see how we do against the COMG. What I'll do, I'll put it on slow, and then I'll aim the wall of trees over here and place it right there. So we pop the COMG, and then the wall of trees will catch the Moabs and such, and let's see if that works. If it doesn't work, we just get the Spirit of the Forest, and then beat it that way, which is of course viable too. I'm curious though, to see if this is enough. I think it could be enough. It is not enough. So since it's not enough, we just go ahead and go for the Spirit of the Forest, which is totally fine. It's a lot safer to do so. Very tight there. We were literally like $100 away or something. So that is a little bit annoying, not gonna lie, but it should be good. I mean, the Spirit of the Forest is quite strong, but this means that we will have to survive until round 92, I believe. And that should be fine, but we should be totally fine. But if you have if you do get the Avatar of Wrath, though, it is even easier. Like, it's fine either way. So there we go. That is 81. So 81, 82 and stuff's gonna be very easy, but I think the trickiest round is round 89. But I don't know, we'll see. Let me place down the trees. I wonder if it was a mistake to place the trees there, if I would have beaten round 80 if I placed them in the beginning. Who knows? Who knows, maybe. It doesn't matter. So, let's see what happens in round 83. Should be another easy W for us, I think. It's coming up. Pretty good, especially because the most high damaging, like, the most damaging thorns are all around the exit, so that is naturally really helpful. There we go. And I also like that it does some damage regardless, so it already does like a little bit of damage to the Bloons. So let's see how 2 COMGs do instead of only 1 of them. Very easy to take that down too. Improved Wrath is gonna be massive, naturally, for us. That is really big, really great to get, which we get in the next round, but 86 is not a problem, so we will be getting that now. I mean, I think so. Yeah. So now that we have the improved Wrath, the druids are even better. They are even better, which is good. Here's 4 COMGs instead of 2. You can place down the wall of trees. Not a problem. Fairly simple, and we are only 8k away now for before we get the Avatar of Wrath. We need to ensure we survive the DDT round, but that should be fairly easy because the top half gives us lead. So DDT shouldn't be a problem. We will see though on round 90. I will deliberately avoid using the wall of trees so we can test the DDT damage. So here's 89. 89 is always exciting, but should not be an issue, and indeed fairly simple. Here is 90, so DDTs are not a problem either. And now we are almost there for the Avatar of Wrath, so let's get ready. Let's have our finger on the button here, but we'll get it. Easily, okay, so the Spirit of the Forest was very strong, so strong enough to take down everything there in the 80s. So not a problem. And now we finally have the Avatar of Wrath, meaning that it should be quite comfortable from here, but gotta be a little bit careful on round 100 especially, but potentially also round 99, believe it or not. So I'm gonna get some Heart of Thunder here. Very nice to have it. So that's great. Open is level 20, so that means that the Wall of Trees is way stronger. That's gonna be massive. And what do I want to do? We could do several things. For round 99, we just want to have the Wall of Trees up. And for round 100, it's best to add a monkey sub. That is the easiest way to deal with it, so that's what we will be doing too. Round 95 is going to be easy, so don't worry about that. So I now place down a sub for round 100, and we're going to save up for the first strike ability to get that. It is just the meta, the classic meta against the bad, and well, it's just the best thing to get, I think. Alright, COMGs. Let's get first strike. I could use it now for the COMGs, but I don't think that's necessary. Alright, here's how the COMG does. Ooh! Okay, it wasn't that close, actually. It looked a bit close, but it wasn't a problem. And plays it down again. Okay, shoot, maybe I shouldn't have done that. I do need this, I think, for round 99. So, I hope I didn't make an error. I guess we're fine, because it is still here. Okay, yeah, that was easy as hell. Okay, let's shoot it right now, and then we could aim the trees over here for round 100, just in case. Let's see how we do. We have already done like quite a lot of damage to the bat, and now we can move the trees. And yeah, very easy there at the end. So that is round 100. And 1 million for the Spirit of the Forest, that's not surprising. And 600k roughly for the Avatar of Wrath. Got even 20k on the sub. Not bad. Quite a lot of pops on all of these guys. This guy got 51k, 74k on that one, 70k on that one. So very nice. That is it. Fairly safe strategy. But yeah, one thing to be aware of. In the 60s and 70s, some funky stuff can happen, and that's why I get the Alchemist and the Village. What I used to do before was to neglect both of those, which saves me quite a bit of money. And you could technically try that, but then you will be shorter on the money in the 70s. On 75, that is the most dangerous round there. So, but it's up to you if you're willing to take that risk. You could like maybe only add the Village and ignore the Alchemist, or the other way around. Not having the Village is probably not the end of the world, but in case you go for that, you 100% should get the Avatar of Wrath before you get the Spirit of the Forest, because the Avatar of Wrath is way stronger. But and this extra attacking speed is quite huge, but I think I've explained myself well enough, and I think this is a fine video. I wish I hadn't messed it up on round 36. That was so stupid. And also round... which other round did I die on? I guess I died on round 80, but that was more or less just to test the waters more than anything else. But yeah, that is it for the Enchanted Glade. Fairly challenging, but not too bad. I gotta play this quite a bit in order to black border it. I mean, I've only played the required stages here, but that would have to be later on when I have more videos scheduled. So next up is gonna be Last Resort, which is a pain in the ass. I do not like that map, but it has to be done. So I'll hopefully see you guys then, and as always, thanks for watching, and have a great day.